What if I told you that a 1966 Washington quarter, yes, a coin you might think is just pocket change, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Hidden among these coins are rare varieties and errors that collectors dream of owning. Stay with me to the end, and I'll show you how to spot these valuable treasures. History of the 1966 Washington quarter. The 1966 Washington quarter is a fascinating piece of American coinage, minted during a pivotal time in U.S. history. No mint mark. In 1965, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks from all coins to discourage coin hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. This policy continued through 1967, so all 1966 quarters lack a mint mark. Composition. Starting in 1965, quarters were no longer made from 90% silver. Instead, they were struck from a copper-nickel-clad composition to save costs. While not silver, some unique errors have made certain 1966 quarters incredibly valuable. Mintage. Over 821 million quarters were struck in 1966, making it a high mintage year. However, rare errors and high-grade coins set certain examples apart from the rest. What makes the 1966 Washington quarter valuable? Rare errors, wrong planchet errors. Some 1966 quarters were accidentally struck on silver plankets left over from 1964. These coins are extremely rare and can fetch $5,000 to $10,000 or more. Clipped plankets, quarters with part of the edge missing due to a minting error, can be worth $100 to $500, depending on the size of the clip. Off-center strikes, coins with partial designs due to an off-center strike, are highly collectible, valued between $50 and $300, depending on the degree of misalignment. High-grade examples: MS67 value. A 1966 quarter in mint state 67 can sell for $300 to $600. MS68 value. These coins are ultra-rare and can command prices of $2,000 or more at auction. Unique varieties. Die errors. Look for doubling on the lettering or Washington's profile, as these varieties can be worth $500 to $1,500 plus, depending on condition. How to identify a rare 1966 Washington quarter. Check the edge. Silver planchet errors will have a uniform silver edge, while copper-nickel quarters have a copper core visible along the edge. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, clipped edges, or other anomalies. Grade your coin. High-grade coins with minimal wear are far more valuable, so consider professional grading for pristine examples. Why the 1966 Washington quarter is special. The 1966 quarter represents a turning point in U.S. coinage history, as the transition from silver to clad coinage was solidified. While most are common, the rare errors and high-grade examples make this coin a hidden treasure for collectors. Mint removed mint marks from all coins to discourage coin hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. This policy continued through 1967, so all 1966 quarters lack a mint mark. Composition. Starting in 1965, quarters were no longer made from 90% silver. Instead, they were struck from a copper-nickel-clad composition to save costs. While not silver, some unique errors have made certain 1966 quarters incredibly valuable. Mintage. Over 821 million quarters were struck in 1966, making it a high mintage year. However, rare errors and high-grade coins set certain examples apart from the rest. What makes the 1966 Washington quarter valuable? Rare errors, wrong planchet errors. Some 1966 quarters were accidentally struck on silver plankets left over from 1964. These coins, the 1982 P Washington quarter, in terms of rarity and value, holds a special place in numismatic history. With its distinct characteristics and notable history, this coin has captivated collectors and coin enthusiasts for years. It may not be as widely known as other rare coins, but its unique story and potential value make it an exciting subject for any collector. In this detailed exploration, I'll take you through the fascinating journey of the 1982 P Washington quarter, from its minting to its current value on the market, giving you insight into why it's worth anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 today. Introduction. Grab the viewer's attention, excitement, suspenseful tone. Hold on to your seats, coin collectors and enthusiasts, because you're about to uncover one of the most exciting treasures in the numismatic world. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could be worth up to $5,000. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just any quarter you'll find in your pocket change. The 1982 P Washington quarter has a surprising and thrilling story behind it. From being minted in one of the most pivotal years in American coinage history to being highly sought after by collectors, this rare coin could very well change the way you look at your spare change forever. Stick around until the end of this video, because we're going to reveal not only the fascinating history behind this coin, but also exactly what makes it worth a jaw-dropping $3,000 to $5,000. Stay tuned for all the secrets and tips you'll need to identify the rarest version of this coin and the shocking numbers behind its value. The minting of the 1980 P Washington quarter. The 1980 P Washington quarter was struck by the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia as part of the regular series of quarters. However, the minting process that year was anything but ordinary. During this time, there were a number of changes occurring in the U.S. Mint, both in terms of design and composition. The Washington quarter, which had been minted since 1932, was facing the beginning of a major transition in terms of coinage due to the rising costs of metals like silver. The 1980 quarter, just like most other regular issue quarters, was made of copper nickel clad, a composition that would become standard for most modern U.S. coins. However, the rarity and value of the 1980 P Washington quarter stems not from the design itself, but from certain errors and characteristics that make it exceptionally sought after. Rare features of the 1980 P Washington quarter. While the 1980 P quarter may look fairly standard at first glance, it contains certain characteristics that set it apart from other coins in the series. Here are some key aspects that contribute to the high value of the 1980 P Washington quarter. The minting error. One of the most exciting factors about the 1980 P Washington quarter is that some coins were struck with noticeable minting errors. These errors, such as doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks, add significant value to the coin. Collectors are always on the lookout for these flaws because they are not only visually distinctive, but also rarer than the standard, unblemished coins. The low mintage year. Another factor contributing to the rarity of the 1980 P Washington quarter is its relatively low mintage. Compared to earlier years in the Washington quarter series, the production of the 1980 P was much lower, making the coins harder to find in circulation today. As the years go on, more of these coins become lost or damaged, further increasing their scarcity. Condition. The 1983 P Washington quarter holds a special place in the hearts of coin collectors due to its unique attributes, historical significance, and the scarcity of high-grade examples. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this quarter was part of the Washington quarter series, which had been in production since 1932. This article delves into the history, production, notable varieties, errors, and the current value of the 1983 P Washington quarter, highlighting why it remains a favorite among collectors. Historical context of the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features a profile of Washington on the obverse and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. The design remained largely unchanged until the state quarters program began in 1999. By 1983, the U.S. Mint had shifted to producing quarters with a copper-nickel-clad composition, replacing the 90% silver content used prior to 1965. The 1983 P Washington quarter is notable for its role in circulating coinage during a time when the U.S. economy was recovering from the economic challenges of the late 1970s and early 1980s. Production of the 1983 P Washington quarter. The 1983 P Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as denoted by the P mint mark, located on the obverse. In total, 673,535,000 quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1983, making it a high mintage coin. However, despite this large number, high-grade examples are surprisingly scarce due to several factors. During the 1980s, coin collecting experienced a decline in popularity, resulting in fewer individuals setting aside uncirculated coins. Additionally, many 1983 quarters entered circulation, where they were subjected to wear and tear. As a result, finding pristine, uncirculated examples of the 1983 P Washington quarter is challenging. Notable varieties and errors. While the 1983 P Washington quarter does not have many well-known varieties, collectors prize error coins and high-grade examples. Below are some notable errors and characteristics. Die breaks and cuds. Die breaks, also known as cuds, occur when part of the die used to strike the coin breaks, leaving a raised area on the coin surface. Examples of 1983 P quarters with die breaks can be highly collectible, with values depending on the size and location of the break. Off-center strikes. Off-center strikes are another sought-after error type. These occur when the coin blank is not properly aligned with the dies during striking. Off-center 1983 P quarters can range in value from $100 to several $500, depending on the extent of the misalignment and the visibility of the date. Clipped blankets. A clipped planchette error happens when the coin blank is improperly cut, resulting in a quarter with a missing or curved edge. Clipped planchette errors are relatively uncommon and can fetch to $100 to $1,000 or more, depending on the severity and appeal of the error. Double dies. While not as prominent as other years, minor double die errors can occasionally be found on 1983 P quarters.